Hello friends, you are welcome to Anchor Network, where you get updates of things that you really need to know. I appreciate every one of you who has been part of this channel, who has subscribed, and as many that are still contemplating whether to subscribe or not. I will encourage you to do that because I know you are not going to regret it at the end of the day. Please click the red subscribe button and also the bell icon. The bell icon is very important because if you don't click the bell icon, you will not be notified anytime we publish any news. And also, I have a gift for everyone or as many that are interested on how to build a website. There is a website link in the description section. Once you open it, there's a video that will teach you on how to build a website from beginning to the end. Thank you very much. So let's go straight to the business of the day. Call your members to order. CAN wants Miyetti Allah. Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, has urged Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association, Macban, to call its member accused of brutal killings and other crimes to order, saying their actions were creating enmity for the Fulani ethnic group. CAN President Reverend Samson Ayokunle made the call at a media briefing in Abuja last night. Ayokunle, who noted that the last 3 years had been tough in terms of insecurity, also urged the federal government to treat the letter by former President Olusegun Obasanjo with seriousness because of the issue raised in it. He said, "The last 3 years have been fierce in terms of insecurity that our members have to face all over the country. Many churches were affected up to now. The newly elected Vice President of CAN, Reverend Caleb Ahima, up till now cannot travel out of the place where he is serving without military cover because of terrible insecurity. We have told Macban if Miyetti Allah wants to give themselves credibility, Miyetti Allah should call their members who are violent to order because nobody hated the Fulani until the armed headers began to kill everybody. So if there is an enemy against the Fulani man, he created the enemy for himself. They have been living with us for many years in our communities. Our children married them and they also married our children. But when Miyetti Allah became too violent and started carrying AK-47 rifles and killing people, we had no choice but to run away from them. We can no longer think we are friends with the type of play. It's too dangerous. So let them call their people to order and ensure that they remove the enmity they have created around an average Fulani person." On Obasanjo's letter, he said, CAN is interested in the former president's letter being treated with all sense of responsibility and accountability as a country because of these issues raised in it. We think the aim of the writer is to call the attention of the nation to things that are capable of setting fire on the nation. We think that every Nigerian has a right as part of the society, if he or she sees something that will threaten the peace of this nation, to bring it up and let it be treated and given the attention it needs. On the allegation of rape levied against senior pastor of Commonwealth of Zion Assembly, Koza Ayokunle said, "Our position is that the allegation, no matter how bad it may be, remains at allegation level until it is properly investigated and we have a truth to hold on to. However, we have given the right to Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria, PFN, to investigate the matter because we don't deal with individual churches, we deal with blocks." On the 2019 election, the CAN president noted that the 2019 general elections were not free and fair in all parts of the country, adding that the outcome of the polls, especially in rural areas, failed to reflect the wishes of the people. He stated the church had submitted its report on the election on the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, following the findings of its over 1,048 election monitors and observers. So guys, we need to take all of this one after the other. The first thing they talk about, I think the major thing, that is really paramount with this news that we've read is for Miyetti Allah to call their people to order. Just like everybody has been saying, that nobody is just trying to tag them as being bad or as criminal, but majority of the crimes that are happening recently is coming from their end. And the only thing they will just be saying is that, people are just tagging them and all of that. We have seen evidences. When you say crimes happen in other quarters, yes, it happens. But this these individuals, because they are individuals that commit that commit this crime, they are just individual. They don't have a group. They don't have a named group that you can just tag them with. The only thing you say, armed robbers, you have a kidnappers, you have a all of sorts. But when it comes to this full anything, it didn't just come up. People have had the experience, from time to time. So nobody's just making it up. When you hear from this one, you hear from about almost 20 people saying the same. These are the same set of people, and the people always testify the kind of language they speak. So if it's becoming too rampant and people are testifying to it, so what do you expect the masses or the public to believe? So if really you know that you guys are not involved in all of these things, call your people to order and make sure that they fish out the people that are using your name, or that are using your ethnicity to commit these blunders, so that they will stop giving you bad names. Just like they said, there are children that have been married other tribes, and it's they've really come together, and they've really come a long way. So you can't say because we were friends, because initially it was not so, they were not behaving that way, but all of a sudden people can change. So when they have not changed, you don't expect people to fold their hands and be looking at them and say, oh, all is well, we just have to continue with the way we are doing. People are killing you on a daily basis, and testimonies are abounding, right, left, and center. You don't expect people to keep quiet. Nobody hates anybody. Everybody wants peace. And that's why you hear people saying, we don't want war. And for the fact that people say we don't want war, that does not mean that some people will not feel like, okay, some people are being intimidated, or they are just afraid of anything. Nobody wants war, because when it happened before, everybody knew and understand how it works. It's not really a laughing thing, because it's only when there is peace that people can agitate for one thing or the other. When there is war, nobody knows anybody. No father will not know the mother again. The children, everybody will be scattered all over the place, and a lot of people, a lot of lives will go in for it. And because it had happened before in this country, and that's why a lot of people are just like reluctant even to retaliate or to do something that is uncalled for. So it's not out of a cowardness, it's not out of a being fearful, or they are just afraid, or they can't lift a hand, but because they know what happened before. And people that feel that okay to die when people kill, because some people just believe that this death is nothing. Some people don't value this life, and that's why you see that they go extra mile to do and undo. So if you're in that category, you can continue in that line. But people who don't who cherish life, who value lives, they will not want to, they will look for every means to make sure that there is peace. And that is why Khan is telling them, call your people to order. If you don't want them to start giving you or continue to give you names, you have to call your people to order, so that they will deviate from all of these things. And the ones that are dead, that are using your name, or the ones that are involved in this crime, to fish them out. Like the Khan president said, that if you think that you have been given a name, you caused it. If you think that people see you as enemy, you caused it. So if you know that you want to erase that thing from your name, you have to call your people to order. You have to tell the federal government, because all they are just interested in, oh, they don't want this Ruga of 18, they don't want to see us, and that's why they are giving ultimatum that all the headsmen, they should come back to the north. It goes beyond that. We cannot live in a country, in as much as we know for today, we are still one Nigeria, unless something else happens. When there is referendum, when there is anything of separation, everybody go is our own way. But as it is today, we are still one Nigeria. Everybody has the right to move from one place to another, but your rights should not be to the detriment of others. That's what we are talking about. Everybody has their business doing, and they shouldn't use it to inconvenience other people. That is what people are talking about. But these guys, they don't want to see it that way. They just want to, if you want to move, you can go anywhere and do your business, but you must obey the law of the land of that community, and you should respect the host community hosting you in that particular time and at that particular moment. So you don't go out of your way. So they are calling them. If you think that people hate you, you guys cause it. And if you want to erase it, tell the federal government to beef up security and fish out the people that are behind these things. And if it is your people, irrespective of whose ox is God, the government has to do the needful by arresting the perpetrators. We don't just want to say, okay, call them to order and all of that. It is the responsibility of the government to fish out these criminals. And it is an advice even from Khan. They are even being nice, telling you, guys, call your people to order, so that this enmity that they have created for themselves, will be a thing of the past. So guys, that's just my opinion concerning what the can president has said. He talked about election, he talked about a lot of things happening, he talked about the what is happening in the Christendom. But what we are particular with is, the order he has, told the Mighty Allah to call to their, to give to their people, call them to order, and let all this crisis be a thing of the past. Please, I would like you guys to leave your comments below in the comment section, and let's rub minds together. Thank you very much. Bye.